Welcome to the Battle Captains for Blue Planet here on Paladin Gaming. This is a series of capital ship control missions, and we're doing No Time to Bleed first. Because the campaign room description: Captain Cyrus Severanti commands the GTCv Steadfast in a heroic defense of Luzon Station against NTF forces, staying at his post despite heavy personal injury. So, let's drive ourselves a Deimos-class corvette and see how this goes.
April 4th, 2366. The Neo-Terran Front rebellion has dragged on for nearly a year. The Lost Generation's anti-Vasudin hate and blame, which Akin Bosch whipped into a storm of fury, continues to ravage GTVA space. Polaris, Regulus, and Sirius continue to produce NTF warships, crewed by the eager youth of the Lost Generation, which are hurled into battle against the Alliance across multiple fronts. The rebels are unaware that they are merely puppets in Bosch's grand, mad scheme to save humanity by forging an alliance with the Shivans, but they eagerly kill Terran and Vasudin soldiers and civilians alike, all the same. The Alliance battles the NTF in Alpha Centauri, Deneb, Vega, and Epsilon Pegasi. After an initial series of costly battles around the NTF home systems, the war has largely devolved into a stalemate. Neither side is willing to risk a major offensive, and risk losing everything. Most fighting is limited to probes and raids. The Security Council has repeatedly proposed ceasefires, which the NTF has abused to recover its strength and launch covert attacks. Cyrus Severanti, captain of the 6th Fleet's GTCv Steadfast, is already a stalwart commander and veteran of months of war. The 6th is assigned to the Epsilon Pegasi theater against the NTF's own 6th Fleet, which has recently fallen under the command of the fiery Rear Admiral Koth. Koth has launched a series of probing attacks at the GTVA's scattered holdings in the system. Admiral West, the GTVA 6th Fleet's CO, is worried that Koth is planning a major offensive, and has dispatched ships to reinforce poorly defended Allied holdings.
Alright, so this is obviously one of the more advanced text-to-speech devices, but it's not clearly text-to-speech for all the mispronunciations.
Admiral, you are most kind. During these months, I have resolved to do my duty as a corvette captain, but I feel honored that you would consider recommending me for fast-track promotion. You have been a most generous patron, sir. Frankly, I am amazed that Admiral Koth has ever given a theater command. His tactics are unduly aggressive, especially his frequent attacks with his flagship. His fleet and the NTF as a whole are losing the war of attrition. Even if Bosch has the operational genius of a Robert E. Lee, as long as we play Grant and grind the rebels down under our superior numbers and industrial might, our eventual victory is assured. You know me, sir. I simply cannot abide commanders taking foolish gambles. On a lighter note, the Steadfast maintenance is finished. The ETS is working at peak efficiency, and my chief engineer has devised some new power distribution programs. My ship stands ready to fight, Admiral. Yours, Captain Cyrus Severanti.
That was actually a voice actor. But yeah, the first panel was obviously like an overview, because no one at this stage knows about Bosch's plan except his inner circle. That also is honestly kind of a ham-handed summation of Severanti's character of the cautious commander.
The GTCv Deimos is an effective multi-role combatant, protected by modern molybdenum armor and mounting weaponry capable of engaging all classes of hostile vessels. The Deimos is equipped with an energy transfer system, allowing you to shift power between the ship's weapons and engines as the situation dictates. The Deimos' main anti-capital weapon systems are its 4 Forge Eagle/beam cannons. 2 are mounted in the nose and 1 on each side of the vessel. These beams have a range of 4 kilometers. You can set your beams to fire manually when you press left control on your console, engage automatically, fire on your current main target, track mode, or fire on a designated secondary target, lock mode. Designate secondary targets by targeting them and then pulling the primary fire trigger. Your HUD will track your current secondary target in the gunnery display. To toggle between manual fire and the 3 automatic modes, press Alt-X on your console. To toggle between the individual automatic modes, press the left and right keys. The Deimos also mounts 10 laser turrets, 6 flak cannons, 4 Adair A-beams and 2 Piranha missile launchers. These weapons are primarily placed to cover the Deimos' side, ventral and stern arcs. If you are attacked by enemy bombers from ahead or from the top, maneuver into a more favourable firing arc. Your anti-fighter weapons are all automated. The GTCv Steadfast mounts non-standard upgrades to its ETS, giving it 3 alternate energy transfer modes, to be used according to tactical exigency. Pressing 1 on your console will start overcharging your main beams to fire a single overloaded volley. The plasma cores will require 30 seconds to charge, temporarily taking all your beams and turrets offline. Once charging is complete, your overloaded beams will fire on your target.
That sounds risky.
Press 2 to fire a heavy jamming burst. All enemy ships in the battle space will lose fire control and avionics for 20 seconds. Your capacitors must cycle for 10 seconds afterward. Press 3 to channel more plasma to your engines, temporarily mimicking a strikecraft's afterburner. You will have 20 seconds of afterburner power, but your engines will take 15 seconds to recover.
Interesting. Alright, let's continue.
Looks like Koth's finally making a move. Our scout wings have detected an NTF strike force mobilizing at the Polaris node beachhead. We are unsure of their intended target, but Luzon Station in orbital sector 137 of Epsilon Pegasi 5 is too vulnerable to be left uncovered. Therefore, Commander, you are ordered to deploy the Steadfast to Luzon and prepare for defensive action. You will be supported by Luzon's 4 onboard fighter squadrons, which should be sufficient to repulse any expected attack. All other operational 6th Fleet units are being kept in reserve to counter other potential NTF attacks.
The mission is no time to bleed.
The 341st Bomber Squadron is on Jump 5 in case the Luzon Station situation becomes critical. They will be deployed at my discretion. Between the Steadfast, the Luzon Defense Fighters, and the 341st, Luzon should be able to repel any assault force under battlegroup strength. Should the NTF attack with overwhelming force and Luzon Station be in critical danger, it will be evacuated in accordance with General Order 22. If this occurs, you are ordered to cover the evacuation transport's exit pattern. Luzon Station is manned by over 12,000 military and civilian personnel. Their safety is a high priority, especially the civilians. Godspeed, Commander Severanti.
Didn't read the dismissed. Primary objectives: protect Luzon Station, repel NTF attackers, and protect evacuee transports. Alright, let's hit it.
Luzon Station. This is GTCv Steadfast. 6th Fleet Command suspects an NTF attack on Luzon and has deployed us to reinforce your CSP.
Copy, Steadfast. If the Rebs attack in force, we've got evac transports loaded and on hot standby. Not that we doubt you, Captain. Fleet Command, we have a situation. Jump flash, tally 2 Rebel levies, and fighter escort. Alpha and Beta pull back. Air boss, scramble our fighters.
3, break right.
Blast! Helm, bring us into firing range. Gunnery, prepare to engage the cruisers Nakura and Kiowa.
Jump flash, tally 3 bomber wings. They're targeting our forward beams.
Rebel saboteurs just bombed our fighter bay. We cannot launch any more squadrons. Steadfast, you're on your own.
Gunnery, please kill them. please kill them faster. And Beta Wing can maybe clear out some of those fighters. Probably not, but maybe. Nope, they'll almost die. Alright, cool. Three bombers remaining. 2 bombers remaining. 1 bomber left. I think we can safely ignore it and go. There we go. It's dead.
Steadfast Luzon. We are launching 4 transports. Please hold those cruisers off and cover our exit pattern.
Copy, Luzon. Move to engage the Akura. Draw the cruisers fire. Protect the transports.
Captain, you're injured. Lay down. Medics are en route.
Slash B.
I'll stay at my post until the battle is over, Commander. Until I make myself clear.
Yes, sir. The Nakura and the Kiowa are locking beams on us, but the fighters are making an end run on the evac transports. Recommend that we move in and cover the transports for our AAA. Medical assistance and leave the bridge. I'll remove you from command.
Not a chance. Let me find that killer, or we'll all die.
We've splashed the cruiser's fighter escorts.
Then get out of arc of their beams. Yeah, they're not maneuvering. Might be able to do this.
Steadfast, the transports are away. You may turn your full attention to the enemy warships.
Captain Severanti, the 341st Bomber Squadron is now on station. Commencing anti-warship strike.
Copy 341st. Help. Move us to flank the Nakura. Gunnery, her armor's buffeted. Go for terminal engagement.
The Kiowa's down. Good shot. Good kill.
Oh boy. Oh good, Ursa's. Gunnery, why are we not firing? Well, the
The
bombers.
Nakura's ammo bays are cooking off. Scratch 1 Reb cruiser.
The Nakura and the Kiowa have been neutralized. We have repulsed the NTF attack. Sir, please, you're bleeding out. Stand down and accept medical attention.
Yes, Commander. Excellent work, men. Luzon, we request clearance to pull into dock for repairs.
Affirmative, Captain. Accept my thanks. and out of everyone on Luzon Station, they'd better put you in for a medal.
Yes, Commander. Excellent work, men. Luzon, we request clearance to pull into dock for repairs.
Rest now, Captain.
Oh, that line screwed up.
You've saved us all.
Whew.
For his heroic defense of Luzon Station on April 4, 2366, and for staying in command of the Steadfast despite heavy personal injury, Captain Cyrus Severanti was awarded the Order of Galatea. With Luzon Station intact, the GTVA could hold Epsilon Pegasi without needing to reroute forces from other theaters. Between his wartime achievements and his connections in GTVA High Command, Severanti would rise in rank over the ensuing years. Over a decade later, when the GTVA invaded the United Earth Federation, Severanti would take supreme command of the Sol Theater. Thanks to his slow, attrition-based strategy, the war would drag on for 18 months, before the mounting impatience of his political masters pressured him into the foolish gamble of attacking Luna. After nearly losing his flagship to a UEF counterattack, he was ignominiously relieved of command and rotated back home. His war of attrition did succeed in depleting UEF logistical assets, and rendered Sol more vulnerable to his successor, the more aggressive Admiral Steele.
Alright. To the Order of Galatea. 19 total kills, 2 assists. 6 Hercules, 12 Zeus, and 1 Leviathan. Wonder who got the other 2 fighters. It's probably those 2 assists. So, this was No Time to Bleed, the first mission of the Battle Captains for Blue Planet. The capital ship missions. Here on Paladin Gaming. So we are signing off. This is Paladin Gaming signing off.